So SPY looks like it's starting to roll over. Could it be another buying opportunity coming soon for us? Or could this be the beginning of a major correction? That is the question today. Now we look at this purple line here. I had a purple line where I noticed that SPY was actually bull flagging. And up here we had SPY breaking out. Had a nice breakout. Then we saw some selling pressure. And the very next day we had a gap down. Because it is gap down, this ends up being a false breakout right here. SPY ends up moving back up just above the 5-day moving average, also testing our purple resistant line that was support when it was up here, but now it's back down. It retested it as resistant, got rejected. So just like when we see a breakout to the upside, I want to see it retest the previous resistance as support before continuing up. However, this broke down the support, retested that same support as resistant before selling off and being rejected. That is a pretty bearish sign, guys. If we look at the 4-hour chart, you'll see more details. Okay, it was bull flagging here, had this nice breakout, and it came down to retest, and it failed. Gap down, filled the gap here. We're retesting. Okay, so we had some buying pressure here, and it's looking like it's retesting here. So we'll definitely see Monday what happens. If SPY will break back above 4.39 cents. Okay, that will look good, and we could possibly head to my price target of 4.43. However, closing below the 5-day like this is not a good sign, but it's only been 1 day. Okay, only 1 day of closing below the 5, so it's not too bad. This is still a bull market. However, I do want us to check out the VIX. The VIX that inverses the SPY has continued still to make higher lows. So this is a bearish divergence between the VIX and the SPY. That's a bearish divergence. If SPY is going up, we want to see the VIX go down. And why, and that's not the case. So now we're starting to see SPY show some weakness right now. Well, the question is, will this weakness continue on Monday? Now there is something I want to show you guys on my Facebook group page. It's free Facebook group page. Have a little over 500 members. Definitely, if you guys like my technical analysis, definitely come join our community. But I shared this seasonality chart for the S&P 500. Okay, and it's predicted the movement of SPY pretty nicely. The price action is not 100%, but as far as the lows and the highs, it's pretty accurate. So, we had the March low with the April melt up. Okay, and then it predicted this low in June, this down move, and we got a low in late June with the strength building in July, which is what happened, and we got a high in July towards the end. Now, what is predicted next is that we're gonna get like a dip heading into August, and in August will be choppy towards the end, where we start to build strength heading into September. Okay, so pretty much what it's saying, in the short term, it's bearish on the SPY. We think it's gonna get a nice, scary move to the downside with the SPY. Okay, so that's what this seasonality is predicting. This is like a crystal ball. Of course, it's not 100%, but so far it's been tracking. If it keeps on tracking, this might not be the time to buy. We might get a nice drop, and then we can look to buy after the drop is finished. Right? Don't want to catch a falling knife, but as of right now, I'm not seeing any falling knife. All I'm seeing is SPY just acting normal right now. I didn't really like the false breakout. That's a little something to worry about, but we'll see. Still got support at the 20-day moving average of around 435. Area of imbalance is here, and in the strong support level where the 50-day moving average is, but I'm gonna look to enter just below because area of liquidity. And keep in mind, SPY has built a strong area of liquidity up above here, around the 443, 445 range. All right, that's my price target, guys. So we'll see if SPY can get back above 439 to the 440 range, and if it can, if we can reclaim 439, then the bulls could possibly push this back up to the price target. If not, and we continue to get rejected there, very big sign that we're gonna head lower. All right, so that's the SPY. Moving on to triple Q. Triple Q for the third day, for 3 days now, has traded under the 5-day moving average. All right, so that's not a good sign, a little bearish sign, but it's possibly a nice pullback. We did get this strong bounce off the 20-day moving average. All right, so that's a bullish bounce, guys, and we'll see if that bounce was enough for the triple Q to gather its strength back and get back above the 5-day moving average. So we'll see if triple Q can get back above 366, and if that's possible, we can get to my next price target around 370 to 371. Okay. Remember, I did mention a few times in a while back that triple Q was following the Wyckoff's distribution, and it was still in phase C around the UTAD, where this is supposed to be a bull trap, but right now this bull trap, quote quote, is really strong. It's a bull trend. Yes, we're getting a nice little dip, but it could be another buying opportunity. All right, so keep in mind that triple Q is not a stock, guys. It's an index that consists of many different individual stocks, and one of those stocks that's very heavy on this index is Apple. Okay, this is Apple. Apple is trading. It's a little worse than the triple Q. It's trading under the 13-day moving average as well as the 5-day moving average as well. Okay, Apple is a market moving stock. Okay, if this stock goes down, it'll most likely pull the market down with it. Okay, so we did get it to stay above the 20-day moving average. Okay, but it could be a bear flag here. If we go to a small time frame, you could probably see it. But the fact that it's trading below the 5 and the 13th day is not a good sign. It shows a sign of bearish strength building. Okay, of course, it had some good earnings, but remember, guys, buy the rumor, sell the news. This could be one of those type of things where people been accumulating, expecting good news, and then they're starting to take profit. Okay, this could happen. It's happened in the past. So right now we see a lot of bearish strength building, but what I want you to also consider is this. Check this out. I mentioned in my few posts, I think in my last video that I posted, that Apple was following Wyckoff's distribution. Okay, and we are in phase C. It's looking eerily similar, guys. If you look at it, eerily similar. Okay, this is the distribution right here. This is Wyckoff distribution schematic 1. If you look at it, I labeled it for you. It looks eerily similar. We're around this area right here where it's starting to get choppy. All right, you see, notice it's getting choppy. Okay, so despite this strong bull trend and Apple technically still trading above the 20-day moving average, which is bullish, I want us to keep this in the back of our mind that Apple could be following Wyckoff distribution. Now, another thing we want to keep in mind is that we are in phase C of that distribution, and Wyckoff, he explains, what each phase is. So I want us to pay attention to this part. It is also a bull trap. It appears to signal the resumption of the uptrend, but in reality, it is intended to wrong foot uninformed breakout traders. Okay, a UT or UTAD allows large interest to mislead the public about the future trend direction and subsequently sell additional shares at elevated prices to such breakout traders and investors before the markdown begins. All right, said Wyckoff himself. Okay, so be careful, guys. If you're bullish on Apple, it could still go up. Don't want to call a top in the bull market, but just keep this in the back of your mind, this UTAD, because it's looking eerily similar. Okay, it's not gonna be 100% like I always tell you, but it's looking eerily similar. For me, if I'm still bullish and I still want to bet to the upside, the best entry for me will be around down here. Okay, I'll wait. If it never comes down to that level, then it never comes down. I'm okay with it. I'm very picky with my entry, and of course, the green area is the area of liquidity where stop losses are getting clustered up. All right, that's what I would look to enter, but of course, it's looking too similar. So we could get a nice sell-off in August. Okay, July was a buy the news month, but August could be a sell. July was a buy the rumor month, but August could be a sell the news month. All right, it's possible. Okay, so if you're bullish on Apple, I suggest you be very careful at these levels. All right, moving on to ARKK. I'm still sticking by what I say, guys. I am still bullish on ARKK. I have a 142 price target. Now let me explain why, in case you guys didn't get it in my previous video. Okay, I'm gonna move the moving averages. ARKK is trading below the 20-day moving averages still. Okay, so not too long ago we had ARKK in this very powerful and strong uptrend. This 5-wave move to the upside, which ended around February earlier this year, and it entered an ABC correction to the downside. Okay, so to me, ARKK is coming out of a strong ABC correction, and after the ABC comes a new trend. And to me, it's just looking like this new trend is starting right now, right here. This wave 1, 2, 3, come down for wave 4, and I think we're working our way up for the 5th wave, up to the price target 142. We have a gap there. All right, so that's my reason. I'm using Elliott waves, wave theory. Okay, and that's why I believe that we are on this 5th wave. This could be wave 1, because remember, within these small waves are 5 waves. So this is wave 5. Okay, so I'm gonna take this out. So what could possibly happen, since this is wave 5, this could be wave 1, this could be wave 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so that's how it could work. So there's 5 waves within the 5th wave. You guys understand where I'm going with it? All right, so I think that's what's happening. I think we're on the 3rd wave within this 5th wave. We'll head up to a previous high, which is around 133 eventually. Probably get a nice ABC pullback there, and then we get a strong move to the upside to fill in that gap. Okay, that's my opinion. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm confident in this. Okay, so still bullish on the ARKK. As far as SPY goes, I'm being neutral. I'm gonna wait till it gets to one of my buy zone, 433, 432, or possibly 427 to the 426 range. If not, that's fine. We'll see if it gets down here and if it'll hold, or we'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys updated. Triple Q, it's really risky at these levels. For me, it's just too high. I wanted to come down. I want to see a nicer pullback down to, maybe that might be a little too much to ask. Maybe down to 338 or something, but I doubt it come down that soon. If it does, it does. I'll be looking to buy. I'll probably look to enter around 345, 346 as well. These are areas of imbalances. So I like to see these imbalances get filled before I enter. All right, and also keep in mind Apple. If Apple goes down, it'll negatively affect the Triple Q as well. So I'm neutral on Apple. The price action is technically bullish, but this chart, when we look at the bigger picture, it's just too eerily similar to wick-off distribution. Okay, that makes me nervous and think that maybe, just maybe, that we have a top. Okay, but keep in mind this is an area of liquidity. Market makers could look to get that filled. Shorts could probably cover, because I'm pretty sure we had a bunch of shorts that are trying to bet to the downside. All right, so moving on to crypto, we're going to talk about Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin has been moving. I told you guys, if we can get a couple of closes above 41.3K, then I am bullish on Bitcoin again. Okay, now I have Bitcoin in the ST and phase B here, where we should get a pullback around these level. But if it didn't break 41.3, but as you can see, it broke it. And right now, we are getting some bounces from there. Okay, so we look at the accumulation. This schematic. Okay, I thought we was here because of ST and phase B, but there's also a possibility that we are actually in the SOS. Okay, so we are in SOS and Bitcoin continues to close above, let me see, if Bitcoin can stay above 40.9k, this will pretty much match. Possibly, look, we got the 5-day here, so I say if Bitcoin stay above 40k, that's bullish. Okay, so Bitcoin above 40k, if it can stay above that and chop above that, very bullish, guys. We are back in the buy the dip market. Okay, and we're not in ST and phase B. I have another one where we're actually in, you know, we had the spring here, now we're in SOS. So we'll be in phase D. Okay, so according to phase D, it'll get choppy, but we'll stay above the AR level. The AR level is around 40.6k. So we need to see Bitcoin stay above that level, chop from there. And as long as it does, guys, buy the dip. Bitcoin is heading to the moon. All right. So, bottom line, as long as I stay above 40k, I'm bullish on Bitcoin, guys. Buy the dip. This is the time to enter. Okay. So good luck, whatever you guys choose to do. I hope this was able to help. All right. Now, those are the indices and crypto that I wanted to cover. Now, the next part is I'm going to talk about IWM. This was requested by our viewers, Steven. Steven, what's up, brother? Steven's also actually part of our Facebook group and our Discord. One of my biggest supporters, man. I appreciate you, and I'm glad you're here watching the video, and I hope I've been able to help you on your journey, because you definitely been helping me on my journey, bro, with social media and stuff. So here's IWM. We had this triangle pattern here, of course, the red area and the green area of my area of liquidity, where the stop losses are building up. And of course, look at here, bro. We had this area of liquidity get taken out right here. It was beautifully done by the market makers, and they pushed it right back up. Okay, have this imbalance right here and a lot of area liquidity right here. So I'm seeing a lot of money coming back into small cap stocks. So, and if this continues, IWM will continue to go up. You see the Bollinger Band starting to squeeze here. Yes, we're trading below the 50-day moving average, but the price action is above the 20, the 5, and the 13, as well as the 200. So I see some buying pressure building up, bullish strength building, and I'm confident. I think we'll head back up to the above 230 to the 233 range, and possibly even take up this area of liquidity all the way up to 234 to 235. Okay, so right now I am bullish on IWM. I have a 233 to 235 price target on it. All right, so buy the dip. It's my opinion, and I hope that was able to help. I know that was short, but you know, short and sweet and simple. All right, guys, you guys have a good weekend. Hope I was able to help. Keep y'all calm. Continue to beat this market, and I'll see you soon.